I walked out one morning and my tomatillo plants, which looked amazing the day before, were completely wilted, dead. No warning, nothing. That's how I learned about bacterial wilt. And just recently, I came home from a trip and found powdery mildew all over this plant. I've been treating it and it's responding well. So yes, I've had my share of troubles, but here's the thing. Tomatillos are still one of my favorite things to grow. They're heat and drought tolerant, super productive, and so good roasted. Homegrown salsa verde is reason enough to grow them. They're native to Mexico and Central America, so they're built for hot climates and often do better than tomatoes in the heat. In this video, I'll show you when to plant tomatillos, how to care for them, and what to watch out for, plus the mistakes I've made so you can avoid them. Gardening isn't always easy, but it helps to have the right information. If you want more help like this, like, subscribe, and stick around. I'm Angela from Growing in the Garden. My garden's in Mesa, Arizona. I want to help you succeed, even if you're gardening in tough conditions. Let's talk timing. Tomatillos love warm weather and need a long growing season. Start seeds indoors 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost. Transplant them once nights are consistently warm and soil temps are above 60 degrees. Warmer is even better. Here in the low desert, we've got 2 planting windows. Start seeds in December or January, then transplant outdoors in February or March. Or start seeds in May or June for monsoon planting in July. Plant tomatillos in a sunny spot with well-draining soil. Dig a deep hole and bury the stem up to the first leaves, just like tomatoes. They'll grow roots along that buried stem and become stronger. Space plants 18 to 24 inches apart. And this part's really important. Tomatillos are not self-pollinating. They're self-incompatible, which means one plant alone won't produce much fruit. You'll need at least 2 plants, and they don't even have to be the same variety. Once you've got 2 plants, you'll still need pollinators like bees to move pollen between them. Tomatillos like consistent moisture, but they're also fairly drought tolerant, which makes them a great choice in hot, dry climates. Just be careful not to overwater, especially in heavy soils or containers. That can lead to root rot. Water deeply, but less often, letting the soil dry out between waterings. Tomatillos are indeterminate, so they'll keep producing until frost. In hot climates, production may slow during the peak heat, but if you can keep that plant alive over the summer, it'll pick back up as temperatures drop. Pruning tomatillos is optional, but it can help with airflow and keep the plant more manageable. If you do prune, start when the plant is about a foot tall and remove the small shoots or suckers between the main stem and branches. Just go easy during extreme heat. Heavy pruning can stress or even kill the plant. Tomatillo plants get big. They can sprawl 3 to 5 feet wide and tall. The branches are brittle and do best with some kind of support. So whatever you use, add it when you plant. It's much harder to wrangle them later. This also improves airflow and reduces issues if you can give them some support. Here's a common question I get. Why is my tomatillo full of flowers but no fruit? It's usually because you only have 1 plant. Remember, tomatillos need a second plant nearby to cross-pollinate. Even in containers, grow at least 2. Bees will do the pollinating, so planting flowers like marigolds or basil nearby can help. Another reason you might have lots of flowers but no fruit is too much nitrogen. Don't over-fertilize. Extreme heat can also stall fruiting. Wait for temperatures to drop and it should bounce back. Unfortunately, pests like tomatillos too. The worst one in my garden is the 3-lined cucumber beetle. They can spread bacterial wilt. That's what happened to my other plant. Now when I see them, I'm on a mission. I handpick every stage, adults, nymphs, eggs. I have a soapy bucket full of water and check them all day long. Allowing beneficial insects to do their job also helps. Don't use pesticides and let herbs and flowers bloom to attract beneficial insects. Aphids and whiteflies can also be a problem. They suck the sap and can spread viruses. I plant flowers to attract ladybugs and lacewings, prune for improved airflow, and spray off infestations with water when necessary. Now let's talk disease. This plant was covered in powdery mildew when I got home from vacation. I sprayed it with my go-to mix. I sprayed the top and undersides of the leaves and let it sit for a few hours, and then I rinsed it off before the sun hit it. So far, I've treated it twice and it's mostly under control. I may treat again in about a week. You'll know it's time to harvest when the tomatillo fills out the husk and starts to split or dry. If they fall off the plant, they're definitely ready. If the fruit is still small and loose inside the husk, give it a little more time. Harvest often to keep the plant producing. Even green tomatillos are delicious, tangy, bright, and perfect for salsa verde. To store them, keep the husks on and place in a paper bag in the fridge. They'll last up to 2 or 3 weeks. You can also freeze or can roasted tomatillos to enjoy later. I hope this video helps you grow beautiful, productive tomatillos. And if you lose a plant like I did, don't get discouraged. Every season teaches us something new. Thanks for watching.